Yo, YouTube, it's time for another sales day video. We've, of course, got sales from both stores here, the non-sport store and the sports store. Let's start with the non-sport today, because kind of an exciting accomplishment here. We hit 6,003. Oops, it doesn't say it in there. Oh well. 6,002, I just sold one. Another one. We're at 6,002 listings, so great deal there. Let's see what we just sold. We just sold a small soldier's base card for $269. We'll fill that order tomorrow. That won't be due until the 20. Well, actually, it'll be Monday, so it'll be the 24th. That one will be required to ship. All right, so our first card here. The rest of them all have to be shipped today. This is a Beauty and the Beast card. I need 1, 6, bag 5. So right here, need a Beauty and the Beast. I don't know if this is a promo card or what it is, but there we go. Beauty and the Beast card, that sold for $1.79. We have a few cards that I just listed, and this actually, you'll see this in the sports store too. I got a bunch of cards that I just listed that sold like instantly. It's crazy how sometimes that happens. This one is a Star Wars auto. It's part of the big non-sport buy from this past weekend, so you're getting a little bit of a sneak peek on this one. Where did I put that? Should have been in the, let's see, what bag is that? 320. Oh, that's why. I'm in the wrong. I'm going to drawer up. 320, bag 5. So there's a bunch of Chrome Star Wars. I just filmed this, but I have so much more to film for that non-sport buy. So that video hasn't come out yet, but anyway, we sold this auto. It's just a random Jawa. Got $15 for it. Was pretty pleased with that. The entire buy for all the Star Wars, it's like 8,000 Star Wars cards, was $250. So at $15 for the one auto, that's pretty good. Just trying to get my money back quick on the investment. That's what I usually try to do. And then, you know, as other cards sell, it's basically profit. All right, we have a sports sort of card. This is from Space Jam, which is considered a non-sport set, of course, because it's from a movie. And we got this little Jordan dunking one here. It sold for $5. Bought a bunch of those at 10 cents a pop, I believe, at the Madison show before a bulk discount. All right, then we've got a Garbage Pail Kids 126 bag 5. So we're definitely starting to see the sales numbers increase on this store, as well as, you know, of course, the listings going up. I've been really focusing on getting more non-sport. Let's see, we need Trash Tracy. There we go. That's all for $2.99. I've been really focusing on getting more quality non-sport to list. And, because sports is obviously easier to get than non-sport, at least it is for me. And then 214 bag 2, we need a Marilyn Monroe card. And then as the non-sport's selling out of the sports store, which is happening, you know, that will continue to feed that growth, at least for a period of time, until I have to make another decision on what I'm going to do with the stores after that. But I kind of feel like my main goal will be to, it's going to take a while to get to 60,000 listings on the non-sport store. So I sort of feel like, there it is, Marilyn Monroe, sold for $1.99. I feel like my main goal is to continue growing the sports store. 214.2, we've got another Marilyn Monroe card. And to the same buyer here. This one also sold for $1.99. So anyway, let's say I max out, there we go, in the swimsuit there. let's say I max out the non-sport store. I don't really have non-sport left in the sports store. It's been sold out. Then my idea would be to continue the growth with moving the sports store would be priority number one. Okay, that's my non-sport sales. Now we'll do the sport ones. My priority would be to continue the growth in the sports store by moving to an anchor store. I've got some orders that aren't due till Monday, so we'll pass those. Alright, we got a bunch of Shaq and Pedro Martinez stuff here. Interesting combo. 128. Some of the Shaq I'll be able to pull. Some of it is still in the non-skewed basketball stuff in the bottom drawer. And so I'll just pull those later, as I usually do in these videos. There it is, Pedro. This is, by the way, this is a 26 card order for $68.74. Not bad. Alright, next card. Get this holder thing. Okay. Next card is a Randy Johnson, 126 bag 4. 26 bag 4. Oh, it's right on the front. Nice. Just a 93 Fleer base. I love it when it's just junk wax base stuff that sells. You pretty much get them for nothing. So anything they sell for is nice. 353. We've got our first Shaq we're pulling out of here. This is a Upper Deck. It says Golden Grams. I don't think that's right, so I'm going to have to double check that and get back to the customer. It doesn't look like a Golden Grams card. Must have just scanned up wrong and I didn't correct it. I missed it. 353. Which does happen. Not real often, but it does happen from time to time. Okay, then we need another Team USA Shaq. Maybe I'll just pull these Shaqs. I don't have that much left down here. I've really sold it down like this is it for Jordan and Shaq stuff. So maybe I'll just pull these Shaqs right away and you can kind of see what I got left in here. So I have some Anthony Edwards in the front just because I had separated those out a while ago when he was super hot and I just kind of left them there. But we need a Team USA Shaq card. Not that one. So yeah, this is kind of what I do off camera with these last few cards that are still not in the SKU, in a SKU system, is I got these couple of drawers where I got to dig through and try to find the card. And I spent a lot of time last year pulling stuff and getting it in bags and SKUs assigned and so forth. Here it is. Fleer Flare Shaq. There we go. Team USA. Cool card. And I just never got it all done. And now I'm kind of looking at it like there isn't that much left, that I'm just going to let it ride itself out. That's kind of the current goal on that. Here we go. A 91 Fleer, or score, Ken Griffey Jr. Again, just another base junk wax card, so that's good. Now we need a Randy Johnson again. A 92 Stadium Club Randy Johnson. 4-2 bag 3. So we're going to need a... There he is, Randy Johnson. With the Mariners, again, another little bit better quality set, but still just junk wax arrow stuff. So that's good. I try not to buy much of that, but sometimes it just comes with purchases. Oops. Now we need a Chris Webber, 2-3 bag 3. But I get a lot of orders like this, as you've seen, where it's... the stuff sells. Like, if you can get it really cheap and it's good players, why not? There he is, a Chris Webber card. You don't necessarily want to sell them all individually because there's not much money per card, but if I can get $40 or $50 orders of junk wax cards, I'm happy with that. 110, big 24. And they are good players, you know, Hall of Famers. You got Randy Johnson. You got, here's another Ken Griffey Jr. Just a basic upper deck, junk wax, common, but it's Ken Griffey Jr. So you gotta, you know, you can't do it with every player necessarily, but there are, especially in baseball, there's a good chunk of players from that era that sell really well. 11-9, big 2. Let's see. It's going to be in here. 11-9, big 2. I need the upper deck. Ken Griffey Jr. Here it is. It's one of these. Right there. It's jumping at the fence. Got a little low-end Griffey insert there. That's sold. Okay, now we need another shack that's not skewed yet. So you can see how, you know, each day, pretty much every day I have a couple of sales. It used to be a lot of sales, which was why I spent a lot of time trying to move stuff over. Because there was just too much that was still taking too much time to pull. And so I used to spend a lot of my time doing that, and that's why I would take a drawer here or there. Plus I needed the space for bagged cards as I've grown, and they're just getting in the way. So it was really nice to, here it is. Nope, that's Kobe. That's right, there's a few Kobe's in here too. Here it is. There's Shaq, Topps Shaq. But these kind of drawers where it's not too cumbersome to dig, this is all soccer, which is over here, which is kind of a pain, but I don't get a ton of soccer orders. I don't have that much soccer, and so I've still just kind of left those. Maybe I'll skew that stuff up eventually. I did just fill another drawer with bags. Here we go, Shaq. Nice. So I'm kind of moving on to the last row of drawers here. I can show you in a second. So today I just filled out this drawer with bags. Stuff can be moved though. I got space in here. So I only have these 2 drawers left that need to be skewed. I've got some in the other cabinet, but I've got some 01 Favre, some 02 Favre, some 03 Favre. This is like 71 or 72 Topps football. This is all Sports Illustrated for kids, which sells really well, so I'm always picking stuff out of there. Basketball, basketball, soccer, soccer. So that's what I'm looking at for that stuff to move. Right, now I need 8-5, bag 5. So I do have, it's not like I only have a little bit of Shaq and a little bit of Jordan. It's just that most of it is skewed now, and the stuff that's left in that drawer is just, you know, kind of what's remaining from my earlier years of listing stuff. Here we go. Top stars for NBA stars. Shaq. So we got that one. And we got another junk wax Donruss card. Love it. My favorite sales are junk wax sales. 131.8. This is a more recent listing. 131 bag 8. And it's a Ken Griffey Jr. Here he is. Ken Griffey Jr. 91 Donruss. Nice. But you can see why it's nice when you get those sales, because those cards are not, those aren't cards I would specifically be shopping, you know, out looking for. 117, let's see, 117.4, is that here? Nope. It's gonna be back here. Here we go. All right, 117.4, and I need another Top Stars Shaq. There we go. This one right here. So some fun Shaq cards in there. Nothing super valuable in this. It's just good, you know, quality cards that sell, players that sell mainly. 426.4. We're also pulling this out of a lot of older listings, which is also good. Always want to try to keep some turnover. You know, getting some of those cards out of there. 88 Topps Greg Maddux. I kind of look at a year as my timeline. Stuff starts getting older than a year. I start thinking about, you know, pulling it out and doing something else with it. 319.2. And that's kind of where we're at with this. I mean, 319 of 24 is basically, what, a year and 2 days ago? Something like that. Here we go, Chris Webber rookie. And, like, I have these cards left in that bag from that time frame. So, yeah, you have to think about, and most of them will just, again, through attrition, just move over because I only have a few cards left, and then I just cancel out that bag and bring it to a new date. 9/25/10. Had some time this morning, so I did some end listing sell similar, which I haven't done in a while. So I'm hoping that will move some stuff too. 1990 Randy Johnson, Donruss. All this just base junk wax stuff going out the door. I love it. 9/25/10. Because it's not, that stuff doesn't flip fast in a lot of cases. It still is a little bit of a sit and wait for sales on those. Okay, I need a Skybox Premium Shack now. So it's a little bit of a, there it is, Skybox Premium Shack. It's a little bit of a wild card as to, okay, I'm going to list this today and it's going to sell in a month. Or I'm going to list this today and it's going to sell in like a year. It's 19.7. But you can help yourself move that older inventory. Oops, that's the singing ones. I need the sports ones. There's another Pedro rookie, Upper Deck. You can help yourself with those by, like I said, end listing, sell similar. You can do a sales percentage on older inventory. You can do some different coupons. Like, there's options to help you get some of that stuff moved. That maybe you thought wasn't going to sit very long. You just didn't get the right buyer for it. That happens to me a lot. There's no way you're going to hit a home run on every card that you buy and have it sell out right away. Ken Griffey Jr. 93 SP. I had this huge, like half a set of 93 SP, and it all sat for a few months. Now I've sold like 10 cards in the last week out of there, so including some of the not big name rookies. So that's always good. 854. Okay, so we need another shack here. We got a Topps shack we're looking for. Here it is. Shack. And you can see once the stuff gets big, it's so fast to pull. So there is motivation for me to be like, all right, I'm going to take this drawer out, pull all these cards out, assign them a SKU, which does take a good chunk of time. And I don't always have the space in the drawers for the bags, so then I have to kind of move stuff around to get more bags in, and or pull the whole drawer out and redo the whole drawer with bags, which would be is always ideal. There we go, another Topps shack. But for the last couple drawers and what I'm pulling out of them, I don't know that it's worth the time. I think it's probably better. My time's better spent getting new listings, getting new sales, that kind of thing, and then just pulling those few out as I get them, you know, each day. I would say most days I probably have like 4 to 6 cards. Here we go. There's a Shack Hoops card. I would say I have like 4 to 6 cards on an average day that I have to pull out of the non-skewed. So it's not much anymore. Which is, you know, why I say it doesn't feel like it's worth the time now. 9/18/8. But what do you think? Do you think I should just do them all and get it done? You know, one of the problems with being self-employed, running your own business, especially when you're the only employee. Here we go. Randy Johnson. Topps card, that was a PP pre-production card, is managing your time. So I have to, if I spend the time pulling all those cards, getting SKUs on them and all that, that's still benefiting the business, but it's taking away from my time of doing some accounting, some marketing, some, you know, listing, some shipping, some YouTube video making. You know, there's only so much time in a day, and I'm only one person, so you have to kind of split your duties as best you can and maximize what you get for your effort. Which I definitely, like I said, over this past year when I was doing that, moving a lot of them, it was definitely worth it. But now I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, am I gaining much out of this? Here's another shack. Upper deck. This bag's getting pretty low. Probably one more card sold out of here and I can pull it. 11. Where did I get this from? 1133. Here we go. Right there. Excuse me. 7, 10, 24. It's going to be up here. So yeah, since it's not so many I have to pull out of non-skewed drawers each day, I'm kind of, for the most part, just considering riding it out. And there we go. Orioles team card there, a nice vintage card. And you know, as more and more gets pulled out, more and more of the drawer will slim down, and then I will just, if I get down to like hardly any cards, like, you know, less than a row in a drawer or something, I'll probably skew them because it won't take that long, and it would be good to have it done. So that's my current take on that one. I sold a little dog tag here, which is ironic because I listed some more dog tags this morning that I got in a bulk football lot, which again is going to be on the pickups video. You haven't seen that yet. I bought a 5,000 count box. Here we go. Troy Aikman for $4.49. Nice. 30 bucks for a 5-row stacked to the brim, not sleeved, so it's, you know, pretty close to a true 5,000 cards. Might be a little more, might be a little less. But there was some really good stuff in there that I pulled and I listed, and I found some dog tag cards in there, which I've done okay with. They weren't big names or anything, but it hasn't mattered in the other dog tags I sold. I sold all kinds of different, not as popular names. $7.99 for this All-Pro Joe Montana Classics, like that. So yeah, but that's a little bit longer video. I didn't like show all 5,000 cards or anything, but I at least wanted to show the really good cards that I pulled out of it that I could list individually versus just making the kids packs out of them. Alright, I have a ton of these, and I never raised the price on them. They were still $1.49, and then I just ran a sale on older stock. So this sold for $1.19, so I'm going to lose a little bit of money on that one because that's the only card they bought. But that's also good because that brings attention to me where I'm like, God, $1.19, I would never sell a card that cheap. So sure enough, I went into that item and it was $1.49. I changed it to $1.99 now. So going forward, it won't be a loss leader like it was on this sale. And sometimes it's kind of worth it, you know, like doing auctions for 99 cents, whatever. That's okay. Here's a random Batman sticker in this bag of football cards here. That's all for $2.39. 483. And here's another non-skewed sticker, a Batman sticker. That's in the other cabinet. I moved all those other non-sport ones over, so I'll pull that later. Same with this Ninja Turtles Splinter sticker. $9.99. That might be over here, yeah. 99 big 9. Alright. And you'll see I did list some cards from that $30 box I bought, and I got some sales out of them already, so I just love that. It's such a great deal for, there it is, Devin Hester. for a box like that, and you're like, oh, there's no you're not going to get value out of it. Now you got a big box of junk laying around, but there can be great value out of those, especially like I said, if you can use them for repacks or find a buyer to take them and do something with them, like at $30 for a 5-row. To me, it seems there's no loss in that. But there were, you know, Emmett Smith cards, Barry Sanders cards. Like you'll see when I finish the pickups video, you know, all the great stuff that was in there. So I'll get my. In fact, I almost have my $30 back, and I've only had a few cards listed for a day. So I would think that long term, those are no-brainer buys. Let's see, where is this card? It's this one right here. Brittany Eisenhower, and that sold for $1.79. I got a big Parkhurst lot from a seller. I was buying some 90s basketball Provisions cards and stuff like that, and those were thrown in with it, and I was kind of excited about it because I don't get a lot of Parkhurst women's soccer. So I'm glad to get some sales out of it. When you get sales, you feel like you did the right thing, right? Like, until you get some sales, it's kind of hard to be like, okay, well, this was a great buy, and I listed these cards for this much, and if you don't sell anything, who cares? So it's just good to get 1 or 2 sales out of stuff like that, and just kind of justify your purchase a little. Last card in the bag, of course. This is Bill Berge, and it sold for $3.99. It's a nice sale there. $2.20 bag 4. So vintage has been kind of become more active recently. 4/1/11. Here's another one where sold a little cheaper than I should have. But it's a Dion 90 Pro set. It's not like a great card or anything. Sold for $1.43 after the coupon price. And I think that's the only card they bought. But again, sometimes you have to give up a little to get a new customer too. 11/17, and they're not like huge losses. Like a card like that, let's see, $1.43. I think it was promoted too on top of it all. 72 cents. It cost me 69 cents for shipping, so I got 3 cents left over. That pretty much covers the card saver and the sleeve, if you want to consider that, envelope, whatever. So, you know, I'm only out like 4 cents on that card. Because I know it didn't cost me much. I mean, that was maybe a nickel purchase. So, yeah, once in a while, you know, a loss on something like that is acceptable. I wouldn't want to do that every day, or like with a bunch of cards, but one here, one there. Hopefully, you know, here we go. Sabrina Ionescu sold for $3. You know, I'll do a good job giving them feedback, shipping it right away, packaging it well, and then boom, they'll come back and make another purchase, hopefully a bigger purchase. Definitely one that would make profit would be good. A Joker sticker in the other cabinet, I'll pull that after. And, you know, sometimes you just gotta spend a little money to get a customer, and if it's 3 to 5 cents, I'm okay with that. 3.20 bag 8. Okay. So here's one that was in that 5,000 count box. I spent $30 on that box, and I sold this one card right here. It's a cubic numbered card out of 130, numbered out of 135. Cameron Candidate. I sold that for $3.99. I was going to ask a little more for it, but totally unnamed player. He did play for the Steelers. The Kubrick inserts were, needless to say, tough pulls. Unparalleled's pretty popular, but I thought at $3.99 that was a good, especially considering I have less than a penny in the card. About a half a penny. It seemed like that was a more than fair sale price. So I got $4 of my $30 back already with selling the one card. All right, 11/29/2. And there were, like I said, there were stacks. I mean, I had 2 well, you'll see when I post the pickups video, but I had two basically white, one really long white box and one a little bit shorter white box, basically full of cards that I pulled out of that 5-row. So yeah, I'm gonna do really well on those. Couple 1967 Philadelphia cards. Oh, this last one I just pulled, I guess I should show you what I'm doing here. This was a Heritage Let's Play Ernie Banks. I always pick these up when I find them. This one sold for $6.99. Then I got a couple 1967 Philadelphia Gum Commons. They're in the other cabinet, so I'll pull those out. A Jerry Richardson and a New York Giants football team card. So some more non-skewed stuff leaving the roost. That's good. 628.4. 628.4. So we need a Packer, or a Brewers police card here. It's the one with the 2 players on it. These, I got a bunch of police card sets free, and then I bought some at a strip mall or antique mall thing. Pick and save card here. $1.43. So we're gonna have a slight loss probably on that one too. But again, sometimes that happens when you run a sale. You go a little under what you needed to get, but hopefully again a new buyer out of it. But I got a bunch of sets of those really cheap. I think I paid like $2 a set for like 30 cards in each one, so we'll do just fine with those. Okay, we need this one here, Power Rangers, the White Tiger Zord, and that's all for $1.99. And again, on some of those where it's the loss leader sale, it's stuff that's been listed for a while. So you're looking at almost a year-old type stuff that I did on a sale. So that's still worth moving out, even if, like I said, a couple of them you got to take less money on, or a slight loss on. Okay, we've got a NASA 3D card. I love these action-packed NASA cards. Or Moon Mars cards, whatever you want to call them. Let's see, where is it? Did I skip it? Yeah, this one right here. Astronauts Memorial. And this sold for $1.59. Just made a few pennies on that. But again, older card. I sold the better cards out of that set. That was a whole set I got when I bought a bunch of non-sport sets. So really don't have anything into it. And I can sell that one, and I can move on, which is good. Get a couple pennies out of that one. 818. Here's a Goonies Mama Fratelli. I bought a couple hundred of these at the National last year. 10 cents a piece before discounts, like 7 or 8 cents. That one sold for $2.39. 1048. So I'm really kind of in the process. I have so much stuff to list still, but I'm kind of maxed out on the listings. So I'm really in the process of just getting some of the stuff moved so I can get some other stuff listed, especially, like I said, the older stuff that's been listed for a while. Big motivation to move. Here it is, Brandon Roy, rookie, for $1.43. It just allows me to kind of move out some of the stuff that's not been a big seller and bring some more stuff in that is, or list stuff that is. I mean, I have stuff just laying around that I can list. I don't have to buy anything. 413.7. We got a little rock lot here. This might be the rest of them. I just sold a Skid Row lot the other day. Now here's another one. I listed lots of these back in the day. I bought them mainly for the sticker cards, and I didn't see the single cards doing very well, so I just made little lots of different bands, put them together. I gotta figure out which ones are supposed to go in here. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Here we go. So we have one more Skid Row lot left. But it's not bad. It's a lot of 7 cards, so I can ship them all in one card saver. This should probably get pulled because there's hardly any cards left in it now. I can list them all, put them all in one card saver for 69 cents shipping, and I got $4.49 for that lot. So that's one other thing I'm really considering doing, is starting to do some more lots. Just like I said, to move more cards at one time. 222.6. We got a little 4-card order here for $10.96. So we've got a Terry Bradshaw first pick card. Here he is. Pretty cool. I bought this big Leaf Draft pack. It's like 60 cards. Had Caleb Williams rookies in it and all kinds of stuff for a quarter. Gotta show. Still one of my most favorite buys from last year. 238. So again, some older stuff we're moving on from, which is good. We need a Bradshaw Donruss. A lot of Terry Bradshaw sales lately, which is interesting. Here we go. And then a 819.3. 238. 819. 3. So how do you guys get rid of older inventory? Do you just leave it sitting and keep stacking since you have room left to list? Here we go. Classic Legends. Do you start making lots and selling them? Do you do bigger coupons? Do you do sales? What do you do to move some of that and keep your growth without sitting on a bunch of stale stuff? You're gonna, if you have, I mean, I have 60,000 listings. Not all of them are gonna sell. Like, that's just, you have to live in reality of it too. Even if every single one of these was like Otani cards or something, you're gonna have some that don't sell. This Pog card is pretty sweet with Bart Starr. It's not bad. Almost $11 for those 4 cards. So yeah, it's definitely something everyone faces at some point. You know, the longer you do this, the longer you go, oh man, I got something that's... When you're first doing it, you're like, well, I don't have stuff that's been sitting out there very long. Well, no, because you haven't been around very long. But it will happen to you over time, and you need to have some sort of plan to deal with that. Let's see, which one is it? Here we go. AJ Styles for $1.79. And I use different coupons. I'll do different sales throughout the year, things like that, just to get some stuff moving. And I do a lot of football. Football is my main sport that I carry, so I like to do a sale this time of year because it's end of season, it's right before draft, players are changing teams. Like, it just seems like the right time to do a sale and not just get some stuff moving. Here we go. Thurman Munson sold for $1.89, just a Stadium Club base. Yeah, so that's worked pretty well, so I'm going to continue with the sales. Here's a non-sport card out of the sports drawer, so that's good. 714.9. A Tommy Pickles Capri Sun sticker. How about that? Let's see. Here he is, Tommy Pickles. And that's all for $4.25. Was my last Tommy sticker. Another non-sport listing out of the sport shop. Loving it. 814.3. Quantity buys, still one of my favorite things that happen. Here we go. Here's a good example. I've got 2 Fleer Tradition Ray Lewis cards. Somebody bought them both. Maybe. Where are they? Here we go. Right there, those 2 sold for $3.98. Nice deal there. Quantity is the name of the game, right? It's just a few pennies here or there in some cases on these sales. Sometimes it's a few dollars, or a bunch of dollars. You know, when you get some lucky ones here and there. But volume is definitely what becomes important for you to sustain the growth. You can't sit on all these cards. Here's another non-sport card. This one I need. Got a big stack of these. I can't remember where I got these from. I think this was from that big non-sport lot or set buy too. Jack of Hearts for $1.99. Marvel card there. But I think I got them in that. So Marvel cards, not a bad thing to have around, that's for sure. They definitely sell. Alright, then we got a Jim Kelly. 1, 7, big 3. There we go. It's a Jim Kelly Stadium Club card. Man, this bag is not in great shape. I ripped it or something when I was putting it together. $1.99. Just a base Stadium Club card there for Mr. Jim Kelly. Alright, next we've got a Marvin Harrison. This one went a little cheap too. I was buying some Marvin Harrison Senior stuff for real cheap, but I was buying some of it back in the day before Marvin Jr. got drafted. Here's another one. A few different Marvin Harrisons in there. Here's another one. Decent brands and stuff. I just thought his stuff would sell okay with all the attention on Junior, which they did for a while. But now I've got some stuff that's sitting, so I'm just happy to put a sale on it and get it moving. That sold for $1.59. Alright, some Women's Diva WWE cards. WWE stuff's been pretty hot lately. 833. I don't have a ton of it. I do have more to list. I'll probably get them up right away. But yeah. So I need, who do I need? Natalia and Natalia. Both Natalia cards. $2.39 each. So we'll short of $5 for those two cards to the same buyer. And we got a Marino Stat Smasher, Barry Stat Smasher. You guys know about those. Those have been moved to the other cabinets. I'll pull those out after. And then 114. Let's see, is that in here? Yeah, 114.25. I need a Magic Johnson. Jeez, gotta pull out the right one here. Wait, that's not right. There we go. Magic Johnson on Michael Jordan. This one right here. $3.50. That little hoops card. And then last but not least, we've got an Eddie George, Ohio State 2013 Fleer Retro card. 10-2. Again, these came in a bulk buy, so I didn't really pay anything for them. 10-2-24. It was with a bunch of other stuff, and I thought they were cool, so I listed them. Some good names in here. I've made some money on some of them. Here's a Eddie George, sold for $1.59. Only made a few pennies on that one, but yeah, cool. That was a cool card set that year to kind of flash back to the 1991 Fleer Ultra, first Fleer Ultra year. And that's it. That is our sales for today. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you. Don't forget, every Wednesday at 8 Central Standard Time, I have live with Charlie and Stuart the Goat. Next Goat Show, almost half full already. Sold out dealer space. Will be June 8th. So if you want to join us for that, please get in contact with us quickly as tables are selling out, or just come in at 10. We'd love to have you there. That's it for today. Thanks again so much. Appreciate all of you. And remember, you can't sell what you don't list. See you.